Hello students, myself Sushobhan Chatterjee, Assistant Professor of Sri Ramakrishna Institute of Science and Technology, Baduyapur. Today I am going to present the lectures of cutting tool nomenclature, signature of single point cutting tool, and also the influence of the important angles of the cutting tool. First of all, here I have shown a single point cutting tool of positive rake angle, and I have shown the three views, this elevation, planned and side view. This is elevation, this is plan view, and the left portion, that is side view, and here the round portion is showing the job is rotating in anti-clockwise direction and the tool is feeding in perpendicular parallel to the axis of the job and towards the job face. So the meeting point is here, and I have shown here the different angles and the different important portion of this cutting tool. This cutting tool is made by steel. That steel may be high carbon steel or maybe high speed steel, or it may be made by cemented carbide, ceramics, etc. etc. So the nomenclature is the details of these angles and also the different position of the tool is called nomenclature. So first of all, here there are in the elevation there are three angles I have shown here. If we consider is a square here, the square block, the 90 degree. So within this 90 degree, there are three angles. The angle first of all is back rake angle, that is A, capital A, and this angle is from this 90 degree one line. If I cut here, then inward to this line, one line has drawn here, and from that line to this previous line make an angle that is called A, that is called back rake angle, and after the back rake angle, that is angle G, capital G, that is leap angle, this leap of this cutting tool, and then the angle is called B. B is called front clearance angle. So the tool is slightly inward, and this angle is called front clearance angle. So in front view or elevation view, there are three angles. First one is G, then plus A, that is G means this wedge angle or leap angle, then plus A means this back rake angle, and plus B means front clearance angle. So the angles are G plus B plus A. Now if I go to the plan view, then we will observe that the two angles, one is C and another is D. The C is nothing but the end cutting edge angle, and D is nothing but the side cutting edge angle. This angle, side cutting edge angle, and this is called end cutting edge angle. And if I go to side view, there are two angles, one is E and another is F. E is called side rake angle, this is back rake angle, this is side rake angle, and this is front clearance angle, this F is called side clearance angle. This is as this is side view. So the angles I have shown here clearly we are understanding. Now the different portions are, the body of this tool is called shank, and this front portion, this slant portion is called flank, the lower portion is called heel, and this the portion of this angular form here, it is called leap. The leap, if I look from this top view, then it has some radius, this is called nose, and this radius is nose radius. This phase is called end cutting edge, this is side cutting edge. So this is the total view of a single point cutting tool of zero positive rake angle. Now if I take the tool as zero rake angle, then zero rake and zero clearance if we consider, then we can understood from this figure. This figure, there is a 90 degree which I have explained before here. this 0, that means there are no clearance angle, no clearance angle and no rake angle. So this is not possible. So we are making this tool by two forms. One is positive rake angle, another is negative rake angle. This negative rake angle means the angle of this rake angle is greater than 90 degree. The tool slant is upward. Here this tool is slant downward. It is upward. So this is the back rake angle, and this rake angle is greater than 90 degree. So whenever we are designating this rake angle, it will be taken as minus. And whenever this tool is designating back rake angle, this will be as plus. So less than 90 degree angle is called positive rake angle, and greater than 90 degree angle is called negative rake angle. Okay. So again I have clearly shown here one positive rake angle, one zero rake angle, and another is negative rake angle tools. But here there is a clearance angle, there is also clearance angle, front clearance angle, this is a front clearance angle, and there is also front clearance angle. But the difference is here no rake angle, so this angle 90 degree, no clearance angle. Here the angle, rake angle is greater than 90 degree, and here the rake angle is less than 90 degree. Now, which tool is used, that is a question that I shall discuss afterwards whenever we will go to discuss regarding the influence of this tool angle. Now I am coming to the tool signatures. These tool signatures mean the systematic positions of a cutting tool designation. Whenever we will go to market, we have to purchase a cutting tool. So whenever we will go to purchase a cutting tool, we have to identify by looking this designation. This is called the signature. This signature is as per ASA, American system. This system is called ASA system, that means American system, and this designation is coming from right to left. So first of all, there is a nose radius which I have seen, I have shown you just one different numbers, 0.8, 15, 26, 6, 14, 8. This is the nose radius given in millimeter, and all of these except this 0.8, all of these are in degree. So first of all it is called nose radius, then this 15 is called side cutting edge angle, then this 20 is called end cutting edge angle, then this 6 side clearance angle, then again this 6 is called front clearance angle, 14 is called side rake angle, and 8 is called back rake angle. So this is a designation. It is maintaining throughout the world. This is the international system. So if we explain a tool like that, -8, 12, 10, 8, 0, 15, 1, that means 1 millimeter is the nose radius, 15 is called side cutting edge angle, this 0 is nothing but end cutting edge angle, then this 8 is side clearance angle, 10 front clearance angle, 12 is side rake angle, and -8 is called back rake angle. So this is a cutting tool of negative rake, as it is a -8. So it is a negative rake cutting tool and it is a positive rake cutting tool. Next I am coming to the very important things, that is multi-point cutting tool, and next orthogonal and oblique cutting. Now what is multi-point cutting tool? The multi-point cutting tool is nothing but a cutting tool which consists of many single point cutting tool. Whenever we are using this multi-point cutting tool, the cutting will be more fast, and it is applicable in for milling operation, grinding operation, reaming operation, tapping operation, broaching operation, and etc. etc. So that will be discussed afterwards. But the important thing I have to explain here, this orthogonal and oblique cutting. Orthogonal cutting means whenever the tool is placed 90 degree with the face of this cutting, then it is called this orthogonal cutting. But whenever the tool is slightly angular, less than 90 degree, So in figure, if the axis of this job is like that, this is job and this is the cutting tool. The face is the cutting tool face is here, and this is perpendicular to the axis of the job. So this is called orthogonal cutting. This is the axis of this job, and the tool is placing slightly angular. Then it is called oblique cutting. Okay, so this oblique cutting is the three-dimensional cutting, and this orthogonal cutting is two-dimensional cutting. So this is the axis of the job, and the tool is placed just perpendicular like that. This is orthogonal. So the axis of the job is like that, and where the tool is just slant in like this fashion, this is called oblique cutting. So here we have shown this orthogonal cutting. The tool and the job are almost the tool face is almost perpendicular, but here slightly angular. So in case of orthogonal cutting, the chips formation will be curl type, but in case of oblique cutting, the chip will be ribbon type. In particularly some operations, we are using orthogonal cutting like parting operation or centering operation like that. But whenever we will do the different operation like turning operation, step turning operation, taper turning operation, etc., etc., maximum operations we will use this oblique cutting. Okay, now I am coming to the force analysis, force diagram, this FBD diagram. From this FBD diagram, we will calculate the cutting force. That is the important thing, and from the cutting force we will calculate the power. So free body diagram is nothing but a diagram which will consider without the body. Without the body means suppose a table is we have kept some books on tables, and after replacing the books and the table, the force of the book is coming downwards, and the table is giving the force to keep the books on the table is giving upward. So the upward and the downward force will be in same axis, and it will be create an equilibrium. That equilibrium conditions, whenever we are drawing by the diagram of force, that is called free body diagram, and here we are drawn a free body diagram that is with tool, chips and the work. Here we are observing the chips are giving the frictional force here outward and normal to the frictional force N force, and the resultant force is R. Definitely the tool will give the force of frictional force on chips like this, just opposite to this F and N, and the resultant will be opposite of the previous R. So the equilibrium with the tool and chip will be happen here, and in second phase with the chips and the work, there is a shearing force. This is shearing plane, and this shear force is coming from this work to these chips here, Fs and perpendicular Fn. This normal force perpendicular to this force Fn and Fs, and here, and this resultant is R dash, and similarly this Fs on work from the chips are just opposite to this previous Fs, and in Fn also is opposite to the Fn force. This Fn is nothing but the perpendicular force of shear force, and the resultant R dash is coming. These R dash and these R dash are equal, or opposite and equal. So it will making equilibrium. These are also making equilibrium. So there will be no force with chips, tool and the work force. But whenever we are giving the work in this direction, then definitely there will be two forces. One is cutting force and another is feed force, which are shown here. This FC, this is in this direction, and FT is in this direction. So the resultant is R. So we can draw a Marchand circle diagram here. This tool and this work. So there is a force Fs, this shear force, cutting force, shear force, and the perpendicular Fn, this force, and that is a resultant R, and here this friction force F, and this is the normal to the friction force N force, so it is making this resultant R. So these are all equilibriuming here, but this ultimately the cutting force Ft this coming in this direction, and FC is coming in this direction, and FT is coming in this direction, and the resultant is of R showing here, and through a Marchand circle diagram. Now this FC and FT we can observe through the dynamometer. This force which we can observe by the dynamometer in workshop practically, and from this FC we can calculate the power of this machine in which this operation is being done. This power is nothing but FC into V. V is the cutting speed, FC is the cutting force, and R, or we can say T by TC. T means here the uncut thickness of the job, and TC is the thickness of the chip. So we can calculate the shear angle tan phi equal to R cos alpha by 1 minus R sin alpha, and also we can find the this power FC into V. V is nothing but V is the cutting speed meter per minute, which can be expressed by pi dn by 1000, where d is equal to millimeter of the diameter of the job. And we can observe also this power, and also we can calculate the mu, coefficient of friction, F by N, and tan beta means the shear friction angle, tan inverse mu, so tan inverse F by N. So we can calculate the power here very clearly. Now I am coming to the just influence of the cutting tool angle. Here we have shown the cutting tool angles. Number 1 is rake angle, and number 2 is clearance angle. We are observing the angles here in this x-axis angles. These angles from negative to positive, and this is the tool life. And where we are observing that cutting tool life is gradually increasing up to a certain level. After this level, it is going decrease. So there is a limit from 5 to maximum 11 degree. The cutting will be very this rake angle will be convenient for cutting, and it will increase the tool life. But in case of clearance angle, here the clearance angle, and also it is tool life, so it is also from say 6 degree to 16 degree, it will be better for cutting. And so through this rake angle, the chip will be removable easily, and the clearance angle is giving there for to avoid the rubbing of the job with the cutting tool. So clearance angle is very important, and the rake angle is very important. Now in conclusion, if any questions regarding of this cutting tool angles and nomenclature, you can ask me afterwards. I shall discuss you in details of this total things. So thank you to everybody.